Hello, welcome to the Augmentation of Man. I'm Renee Miller.
I'm Kent.
He's always just Kent. And today we
Big fan
have,
of George or Henry or whatever.
yeah, he always has the same shirt on.
Well, I didn't do this on purpose.
No, it's not like we're recording every day. It just happens. Anyway, um, today we've got another message, and relates to the crossing of the Galactic Meridian, which we are in the midst of, and we're in the midst of the transformation. And so there's some things that we want to pass on because they're both good and what we would perceive as bad, but it's not bad. In the end, it's all
It's
good.
all perception, huh? The
It's,
good and the bad is all perception.
well, it's the double-edged knife, right? Or the sword. The double-edged sword. It sounds better than knife. Anyway, let's get going. So, I had the opportunity to ask this galactic meridian that we've been told about, which is where the Earth and our solar system is right now. Are astronomers aware of this galactic meridian, which is,
Because it's never talked about.
yeah, it's a crossing within the galaxy. And the answer was that few astronomers know where the galactic meridian is. And the ones that do know, they don't they don't speak of it publicly. Now, I asked a friend of ours who also is an astrologer, and she basically said the same thing in her experience as an astrologer, that she believes that some of the people who've been doing astrology for a long time may be aware of this galactic meridian, um, but for the most part, not many people are. So we are in the middle of the galactic meridian, and this is where our galaxy is passing, or our solar system is passing through this
Meridian.
line or this area that's in the middle. Of the galaxy, and it's going to bring some radical changes to our world, to us as a species, and to every other life form on this
In other
planet.
words, it's a new field.
Yeah, so as we pass through this galactic meridian, it's resetting and rebalancing things to start the new cycle. And as we exit out of this galactic meridian, or this galactic crossing that they refer to, we're going to enter this new atmosphere, this new
It's a field.
area, a field that has a different gaseous makeup, a different vibrational makeup that's going to influence our area, our solar system, our galaxy. It's going to change it vibrationally. Our guides call this an ecstatic alignment. So they are really excited about our entering this part of the galaxy and seeing humanity and the Earth shift upward in vibration. And with vibration is the level of understanding. So
Okay.
they correlate.
So changes, as we said, are good, perceived as good and perceived as bad. Perception rules on that. So what is the significance of this whole cosmic alliance or alignment?
Mhm. So we're going to go through some of the things that we were told to expect. One of those things is a strengthening of the female pattern. They actually called it ovarian, but ovary refers to female, right? And um, humans been talking about entering this time of the feminine, and here it
Yeah,
is.
we
This
talked
is,
about it years ago.
yeah. And so there is this vibrational female pattern that is sweeping through the galaxy in various directions, but it's also on its way here to our solar system, and it's ushering in the time of the
It's
feminine.
supposed to balance. It brings balance to the feminine and the masculine.
Right.
One
It's
doesn't dominate the other.
right. It's not to dominate the male. It is to come into equilibrium.
So an intellectual system intentionally creates circumstances which are favorable to destruction. So similar to the characteristics of the flesh.
Now, this is a quote from
This is
there.
a quote from them.
So they're saying that there's an intellectual system that is bringing destruction to the old system, and is similar to the way that we destroy things as humans.
Yeah. And as they said, a difficult to understand intervention comes before us or lies ahead based on a unique fundamental principle.
So we don't know what that is, other than they are correcting things and they're upgrading everything vibrationally, and that it is beyond our level as our level of understanding as a species.
Yeah. So the plasmic field itself has been strengthened in certain areas in this sphere, in this world. And other
On
areas,
Earth.
yeah, on Earth,
Yeah.
and other areas on Earth have been weakened. Why? It's to determine the land masses to be affected in the new cycle.
So certain land masses will be protected. Those are the ones where the plasmic field and the around those areas in the atmosphere have been strengthened previously in anticipation for this time, and other areas where the plasmic field has been weakened. And those areas, we're going to see a reconstruction of the earth. It's
Well,
rebalancing the earth, and it's also making way for a new landmass configuration for the next learning cycle.
This whole thing is going to cause a separation of the land masses.
There's going to be a
Some land
lot
masses
of
will disappear,
Mhm.
and a lot of them will separate into smaller land masses.
and
And
split.
some will, yeah, and a couple will probably come together. So this is all going to be
And some
reconfigured.
actually are going to slough off into the
That's
ocean,
right.
like the west coast of the United States
right.
is supposed to slough off into the ocean.
So this, so like Africa right now is showing
It's
a
splitting.
split. It hasn't completely split, but it's showing the symptoms of a split.
Now we have this huge pancaking of three CMEs, and the last one is exceptionally large, or I should say the velocity is very strong. It's very coming at us very fast.
Yeah, so it's going to affect the earth.
Yeah, and it is the point of impact is actually Africa. So we were recently told several times that there's going to be a catastrophic event happening very soon. So we weren't told where though. And even when I asked if it was going to be the ring around the ring of fire, which would, my mind goes to earthquakes. If we have CMEs coming in and they're related to strong earthquakes forming, then I would think somewhere along the ring of fire, but they wouldn't answer me. So
You're not supposed to be told exactly where it's going to happen.
Right. It's not for us to know.
We know this sunburst may be the one affected, it may not.
There's already a splitting of Africa occurring, and this CME, the point of impact, is Africa. One has to wonder if it's going to affect Africa.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
And then there's a geophysicist that we watch, Stefan Burns, who he believes that possibly we are looking at a March 11th, 2011 recurrence of that earthquake in Japan that was 9.1, that was so devastating, and the whole
Yeah.
following
But-
Fukushima event.
but and that's in our research that we got this. So nobody really knows exactly
Right.
what this is going to be. And we're also told that intellectual cosmological systems are going to advance the consciousness of the entity as a human being.
Within our sphere of knowledge.
Yeah.
So within our ability to understand, and it's going to produce a welcomed outcome.
Yeah, for those that understand.
Yes.
Yeah. So a tendency toward a desirable outcome moving within the cosmos itself. Okay, a universal understanding will develop. A linear sequential movement in understanding will develop.
So it's like steps,
Steps,
in the
right.
process that our understanding will develop, and it will confirm this crossing of the galactic meridian.
Yes.
So obviously, it's going to be something noticeable that we were this way prior to this event, and then everything started changing after this event. And so it will be obvious to us that what we're going through now had a causal effect on humanity and on Earth events and other species too, because other species are going to change, and there's going to be new plant varieties. That's the first thing that's going to happen. So they said it's going to happen rather rapidly, where we have all these new plant varieties that will start to start growing.
So
yeah,
this will lead to self-awareness that'll be made, that it'll match the being of consciousness.
And
in this sphere, in this realm,
Mhm.
to realize and proclaim the existence of the higher self. This is to those that
this is another one of the changes that affects us,
not
human
all of
beings.
humanity, but those that are looking forward to a higher consciousness, it will affect.
And it's going to affect us in the way that we're going to be aware of there is a higher expression of ourselves than what is expressed in this physical body.
A new order of the self, self-awareness.
Yeah, so to be aware of the higher self, which is a part of the soul that directs our learning process. And so this will evolve, and it will be in alignment with our becoming a more conscious being.
All this will lead to land masses shifting and moving as it must, and it will come upon itself. The sinking of lands are not bad. It's the renewal that must happen. It's a process.
And it's a rebalancing. The earth has gone through a lot of changes that have resulted in it being out of balance, including everything that man has done to it. And so at this period of time, we have to recognize that all these things have to take place, and we have to develop an awareness of the fact that we can't stop it. We need to let
Understand
Earth,
it. We need to understand it,
right?
not because we can't do anything about it.
We just need to get out of the way and let
it
Earth
happen.
do what
That's
she
right.
needs to do, and stay away from ocean areas around the ocean, and pretty far
let it
inland.
happen,
And just, get
So-
away from the west coast of the US. There's certain areas around the world, like Japan, there's going to be parts of Japan that will be
Yeah.
thinking
New England, I mean, the
the
English
East
world, the
Coast.
East Coast, there's different places around the world. So anyway, it's here. The cosmic force, the creator that is guiding this.
That we spoke about in a
The visible
previous
message,
video.
yeah. So
It's
it's
here.
beginning. It's here and its beginning has begun.
And it's going to change
Yeah.
this sphere as we see it today. Very soon, we're going to see landmass changes, very significant landmass changes.
So
And they're talking about it's part of the destruction of the old
to
cycle
make room for the new.
we're going to have a whole new places to explore, and there's going to be areas that were under the ocean that
Will come
will
out.
be now be a land mass, and we will discover lost civilizations. And that will be another thing for us to explore and learn from,
So,
which will be exciting.
yeah. So, like I said, it's the good and perception of the bad.
But in
it's
the
not
end, this puts humanity,
on the
it
right
moves
track.
humanity forward, and puts us on the right
Yeah.
track.
So with that, I
Leave
I
your
hope you
comments.
understand
Yeah.
this.
Try not to
some
go
degree.
into fear, because it's all good in the end.
Yes.
Stay away from water, far away from
If I have
water.
a swimming pool, I have to stay away from it.
Well, I'm not talking about that kind of water. Anyway,
Okay.
if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you have any comments, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Do subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get notifications when we release these videos, because really time is of the essence right now. These are very important times that are coming upon us, and it's coming quick. So as we get these messages, we are going to be releasing them.
So stay healthy, stay strong, and stay positive.
And peace be with you on your journey to enlightenment. Thank you for joining us.